So, how much does it cost to go to college? There's the new SAT, SAT, SAT2, AP, ACT, PSAT, and these are just the tests. The cost of college. Most people are concerned about the cost of college itself, but we forget about all the costs that come before you even get the acceptance letter. We probably don't even know what the names of these tests stand for, let alone the cost of these tests and, well, everything else. The college prep camps, the college counselors, the college apps, the college itself. So, let's back it up and start from the very beginning. The PSAT, a practice test to show where you're at. It's usually sponsored by your school. At Monte Vista, it costs $25 for a 4-hour test. After you kind of know where you're at, there's the actual, big, real SAT. As of now, the SAT itself costs $54.50 for October 2015 through January 2016, and $43 for March 2016 through June 2016. And don't be late, because that's an extra $27. But before that stressful 4-hour test, a lot of people take months and months of prep. The rigorous, time-consuming SAT boot camps. The Inside Fall SAT camp is $280. An SAT prep course at Excel is $849. Another is just 5 minutes away from our campus at Monte Vista, Think Tank, which costs $200 with a tutor. There's also Elite, which usually ranges from $800 to $1,000. If you're not feeling up to months and months of studying, try taking the ACT. Taking the ACT writing test costs $56.50, and without writing is $39.50. Again, don't be late, because if you are, it costs an additional $25. If you're unavailable to take the test, it'll cost you an additional $24 plus the basic fee if you want to re-register. A typical ACT session at Share World Learning Center is $55. If you're feeling confident and just want to take more tests, you can take specialized SATs for one subject, SAT 2. These cost $44 for regular subjects and $50 for language tests. Most people self-study for these tests. If you're feeling like you should be advancedly placed in a certain subject, go take an AP class at Monte Vista. This should usually prepare you to take an AP test at the end of the year. The typical cost for an AP test is $92, not including the cost of the AP books used to study, range from $10 to $20. This brings the total amount to about $115. And that's just the test part. We're not done yet. Now, after taking all these tests, we gotta apply to the colleges. If you're completely confused and have no idea how to apply to colleges, aka the first child, you should probably go to a college counselor. But it's not always cheap. Actually, it's very rarely cheap, ranging from $85 to $150 an hour, or $3,600 for certain package deals. Of course, different colleges vary in application prices, with Berkeley down at $70 and Stanford up at $90. But the average for each application is about $40 to $50. You all have different forms and registration that go with applications, like an SSR, which is a recommendation that the guidance counselor makes for you. This costs $5. There's also the transcript fee, which costs $3 at Monte Vista. From the little costs like the transcript fee and the SSR to the big costs of the SAT boot camps and the college counselors, all of this stuff adds up. Here and there, the costs pile on. So before you get too caught up in the chaos of everything, decide what's right for you and consider these costs.